get this thing going here. Hey, is that working? It's like when you do a gig and your amp is set like the last song. It's always a little louder than most of the night. Okay, I know this is the same old story, but I personally can't see anything. I don't know why this always happens. I'm assuming it's some sort of signal or something, but just give me a minute. It's not 9 yet. I don't know if anyone just saw that, but I just spilled my brand new, beautiful coffee that I was so looking forward to. So, I see, it looks like it's getting close. Hey, okay. Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay. Let me turn the volume off on this. Looks like it's getting close. Hey, okay. Doing pretty good. Okay, I think I got it. I don't know that I like that angle. I think I'm going to lower this a little. This is still my time. Is it? Well, I guess it's... That was uncomfortable when I came that close to the camera. Let me know if you can hear the sound, because I have the sound off here. I'm going to switch it a little lower even. So, is the sound any good? Let me know. Someone shoot me a message there. Hi Lisa. Hi Donald. Hi Amy. Brandon. Just someone shoot me a quick message and say, Feasel just said Feasel. Just say the sound is good, okay? Please do me that favor and then we will get started here. Kind of mad that I spilled my coffee out. I just made it. I was so looking forward to it. Okay, thank you, Mike. That's all I was waiting for. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Roy. You know that already because you're my friends, and that's why we're all here. So I went through all of the comments, and they're so funny that they're like, they should be printed out as a comedy routine. And it was really beautiful. I love it when you guys are hanging out with each other. And it just warms my heart. So I'm gonna get started here. Ooh, well I got a gal with a record machine. When it comes to rockin', she's a queen. Love to dance on a Saturday night. All alone where I could hold her tight. But she lives on the 20th floor uptown. The elevator's broken down. But I walk 2, 3, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like more. On the 12th I'm starting to drag. 15 on the floor and I'm ready to sag. I get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. She called me up on the telephone. Said come on over honey, I'm all alone. So baby you're mighty sweet, but I'm a bit with aching feet. This went on for a couple of days, but I could not stay away. But walk 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like more. On 12 I'm starting to drag. 15 I'm ready to sag. Get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. But Eddie Cosby. So I sent to Chicago for repairs. Till it's fixed, I'm using the stairs. They hurry me forward too late. I love my baby too much to wait. All this time it is getting me down. To find my coat draped over around my time. Big like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 more. On 12 down, starting to drag. 15 before I'm ready to sag. Get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. Come on. Like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 more. All the 12 hours on the track. Back in the floor and I'm ready to sack. I get to the top. I'm too tired to rock. Eddie Cochran from California. Someone will tell me the town, I'm sure. I want to correct myself, and not correct myself, but I want to make sure I get this right, is if James Infeld is watching, hey, my sister's watching, he had, hopefully still has, a guitar that was 4 serial numbers off from Eddie Cochran's. And he met Eddie Cochran's mother. You know, I should really let him tell this story, but I'm telling it, so too bad. He, in Eddie Cochran's guitar case, first of all, what about that sentence right there? In Eddie Cochran's guitar case, there was a bag of Eddie Cochran fan club buttons, and Eddie's mom gave one to James Infeld, so he has that. I don't know if he still has the guitar. I hope he does. So thank you for the requests. I want to show you an album. Look at this. Porter Wagner. I'm coming closer so I can see, make sure you guys can see it. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna move it this way. There we go. How beautiful is that? Of course, you can read the inscription, one of my proudest ones. To Roy, Porter Wagner. Porter Wagner and his purpose. It's an inside joke, but I don't know. Mitch, should I tell it or not? I guess I'm not going to tell that one. I'm going to get right on with some of the requests that I had. So while I got this guitar on, first of all, let me say, if you are enjoying this, have some sympathy and generosity for friends of mine who play music for a living and they can't be out there on the road right now. And you can find their info online. So if you were going to throw me $1 or $2 or 5 or 10 or 20, 50, whatever you were going to do. And of course you don't have to do anything. Like Mitch Polzak says, you don't have to give anything, but at least just tell people about this. But if you wanted to do that, I would love if you would send it to my friends, namely Mark Gams-Jagger and the Luster Kings. He's down to 2 shows a week, so that's 100 shows a year, and he was averaging well over 200 a year. And Mitch Polzak, he was basically playing every night of his life and sometimes multiple, and you can find both of them easily on Venmo and PayPal. Sean Young from High Noon, you can go on Beck's, on the Swell Tunes Records site, and you can buy some of their material and you can tune into him. Mark plays on Saturdays at 2 and 7 Eastern. Mitch plays on Fridays at 6 Eastern or as he says, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. James Infeld plays on Mondays. He's such a good guy, he didn't want to step on anyone's times. Mondays at, I want to say 9. I could be getting that part wrong. I think, at 10. So if he's on there, any of you guys who are on there, just correct me if I was wrong. And then Lara Hope and the Arctones, they play on Mondays also, I believe, but I think a little earlier. Chuck Mead, you can find him. Dale Watson, Lamar, Johnny Geffner is doing a couple of shows. So these are all people that, throw them a few bucks and everything is good. I've never played this song besides in my room, but I'm gonna right now because I'm kind of inspired. I want a house with a pool, showing the hours in school, and a room with my own private phone. I want to stay up all night, see the big city lights, no more troubles, no worries at home. Just give me some time on my hands. I wanna make my own private plans. Well, I want my own Coupe de Ville, make my dad pay the bills. Hey man, well that's a heaven to me. Woo. Pay the bill, yeah man, well that's a heaven to me. Hey man, well that's a heaven to me. Who was waiting for me to dance with my guitar? Of course I'm referring to Eddie Cochran dancing in the movie, what was it? Go Johnny Go? Well, girl can't help it, but he dances with his Gretsch, his beautiful Gretsch, with the clear pick guard. And back then, I don't mean back in his day, back when I got my first Gretsch, I sanded off the back because I wanted to be like Eddie Cochran. Now they actually make one with a clear, I think that's lame, right? Quick Eddie Cochran story. When I was hanging out with him, I'm only kidding, he died the year that I was born. Eddie Cochran was killed in a cab with Gene Vincent in the car. I'm not telling that story because I know that everyone knows that. On the way to Heathrow Airport in London in 1960. And, hey, hi Jody. Hey, Chris Cretin. Doing his drunk jams. He's been doing, hey, Mikey Buzzard pointed out to me, Chris Cretin has been doing his drunken jams fucking years before this coronavirus. So keep it up. I'm going to scroll back a little bit, see who's here. Hey, Mark, Mimi, Blue Heart, Laura Buzzard. Sometimes we can call her that. Mikey Buzzard right there. Charlotte's watching for 2 now. So Eddie Cochran was in a cab and in England, and every year on the anniversary of his death, this is sad, but it's funny too, the English greasers, the real greasers, would drive out to the country where the cab driver lived, and they would beat the shit out of him. I know it's not funny, but it kind of is, right? I mean, I think, from what I heard, I think he maybe was a fan of Eddie Cochran's. But anyway, sorry, I know that that's not funny. I'm going to tilt this down even a little more. Feeling like you're seeing a lot of that. Someone was asking me about this. This is a buzzard. This is a little stuffed buzzard. And someone else was asking me about this. Of course we know what this is from, the song on our CD, 5 Pounds of Possum. So that's our little stuffed possum that I got at Cracker Barrel. I know it's easy to make fun of Cracker Barrel, but I love it. I love it. It may not be great, but at least it's always the same. Oh, hey, Melanie, the funniest person on here. My friend Melanie from Boston area should have her own TV show / podcast / radio show. I don't know. She needs something because she is just so damn funny. We did a song loosely based around the Who's song, and I'm going to work it out. Well, I didn't work it out, Charlotte. I'm sorry, I didn't work it out today. But instead of Teenage Wasteland, the song is called Tom Fields Wasted. I don't think Tom Fields is watching right now, but if he is, I already know in advance that he's wasted. So it's just too funny. Melanie or Charlotte, throw up some lines on there. Kimberly, why is there a coffee cup on the floor? It's very sad. I'll tell you why. I made a beautiful cup of coffee, exactly the way I wanted it. Walked over here. Now it's on the rug. And I am in mourning about that. I really wanted it, actually. See what other albums I got here. The Grandpa Jones story. To Roy, Grandpa Jones. I don't know if you guys can see them. Oh, I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay, because when I come back, it's already up there. Okay, so what are we doing? Does this sound all right? Is it too loud? Is the guitar too low? No one ever tells me that. One time in my life, they said the guitar was too low. Okay, so let me take care of some songs that people wanted to hear. Okay, someone wanted to hear She Won't Dance With Me. I believe that was Tanya. Usually requests that. And also she wanted to hear He'll Have to Go. I don't even know if Tanya is here. Oh, look at Melanie. Out here with Tom Fields. I clam for my meals because he's a clammer. It's too funny. Hey, someone just said I bought the Onion song. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. I just came out of a wonderful meeting, and it's good to see some of my friends from meetings in there too. Hey, there's James Infeld. Jimmy, correct me if I was wrong. You either had or have a guitar that is just a small number of serial numbers away from Eddie Cochran's. Is that correct? Or did I imagine that? Sometimes I imagine stories, but I'm pretty sure I remember that. And if I was right, you got a button from the Eddie Cochran fan club that his mother gave you that was in guitar case. So I hope I'm getting this right. I don't know. So my lady Cindy, on Friday night she dressed to kill, fishnet stockings and red high heels. All the boys say she cold as ice. I won't sleep until I'm satisfied. People watching her across the room, waiting for the band to play a faster tune. I want a number one scared of ass. I want her dance and I want her ass. My tongue gets tied when I try to speak. I got a heart on honey, and it hurts like hell. If I don't ask you, somebody else will. Dance with me. She won't dance with me. Come on, dance with me. She won't dance with me. Dance. Dance with me. She won't dance with me. It's a good thing, because I can't dance. I used to really be able to cut a rug. Now, I just fall down on the rugs, I guess you could say. Rebecca, don't give that away. Johnny Lingo. Hey, just before, when I mentioned Mitch and Mark and me and James Infeld, is there anyone out there that has attended all of their shows? Raise your hand right now. I do see one person that I know attended. Tanya, you just joined. I just did She Won't Dance With Me for you. Sorry about that. But I know that Susan has attended all of their shows. And how great is that? That's why it's important. Like, I simply just post, Mark Amsjagger is live now. And people that don't really know him will then check it out. And the hope is that they become a fan. And I think that that's what's happening. And we will go and see these people when all of this changes. So it's really, it's a wonderful thing. This thing happening is a good thing. You know, this is a good thing. None of us wanted this, but, and I don't mean, of course I don't mean that coronavirus is a good thing. I mean that we do this. I mean, I'm just looking here. I mean, look at this. Look at, there's James. Yeah, brother, that is correct. Eddie 6120 was serial number 16942, and mine was 16926. So 16 digits away. I have a fan club, but yeah, I remembered this shit. You told me that 25 years ago. I still remembered it. It was in his guitar case. Oh, it was in his guitar case when he had the accident. You guys are reading this already. I gave the fan club card to Mark Rubenstein. Oh, I love Mark. I ran into him on the street in Brooklyn when I was playing a hat store. Yes, Tanya, I played She Won't Dance With Me for you. Tanya, I'm going to try this one for you. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend we're together all alone. I'll tell a man to turn the jukebox way down low. And you can tell your friend there with you, you'll have to go. Whisper to me, tell me, do you love me true? Or is he holding you the way I do? love is blind. Make up your mind. I've gotta know. Should I hang up? Will you tell him he'll have to go? You can't say the words I want to hear when you're with another man. So darling, answer yes or no. You know I will understand. Just put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend we're together all alone. I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox way down low. You can tell your friend there with you. You'll have to go. A country classic. When as he'll have to go, just to set the scene. If you just appreciated the song but never really worked out what's going on, he's calling her from the bar, which I love. He's just calling her from the bar, drunk, to pour out his soul. Jim Reeves, not really a hillbilly. His plane, he died in a plane crash. And his plane crashed on Porter Wagner's property. And I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe I just want it to be. His toupee was burned into his head. I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I don't know. Do I want it to be? Maybe. You guys having fun or what? Mike Connor, I had something to tell you. I took a little note to remind me of it. Oh yeah, I gave Mike Connor, I was going through my albums and I gave him a bunch of albums a long time ago. I'm so glad I did because I knew he would appreciate them and I didn't give away anything I really wanted. Well, Mike, I want to let you know that I have not nearly the same amount, but I have a whole box of CDs and some good ones that I would love to give to you if you would want them. I noticed last time Liz, I don't know if Liz is there. Look, my sister said, where's Tigger? She knows my cat's name is Tiger. And every time she calls him Tigger, she goes, I know his name is Tiger. Tiger is not my best fan, I'll tell you that. I noticed that Liz wrote, when I was having some problems with the video last time, she's like, don't take your pants off, you're still live. And I kind of chuckled at it, but then when I was reading it back today, I realized, is she on here? I realized where that came from. I learned this from Don Searce, who learned it from Ernest Tubb and Ernest Tubb's band. I never go to the gig in the clothes that I'm performing in. I always get changed. And sometimes it may not be in the most convenient place. And Liz and her boyfriend, Ed, were walking into the show, and I was standing in the road with no pants on. So, day in the life, right? Some funny shit. Hey, I want to send the song out to Andy from the Road Dogs. His daughters, it was their birthdays, and I didn't see this. It was my fault. I didn't see it last week when I was having the problems. Yes, Liz. Liz, is that why you wrote that? Keep your pants on? You're so funny. So Andy's daughters both had birthdays. Megan is 26, and Chrissy, and she spells it a really amazing way, Krisei. I like that. And she's 16, and that's his daughters. What song would be appropriate for them? I don't want to send out a mean one. Oh shit, Teenage Heaven would have been good. I don't know. Damn, I wish I had my capo. This was a song I wanted to play. Maybe, what can I do for her? These are all the requests. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'm going to switch to the acoustic. I might go get my capo pretty soon because there's a song I wanted to play. This is called The Way I Am. Wish I were down some blue bayou, a bamboo cane stuck in the sand, the road I'm on don't seem to go there, so I dream, keep on being the way I am, the way I am. Don't fit my shackles, the way I am. Reality, I can almost see that barber dancing. So I dream and keep on being the way I am. Wish I enjoyed what makes my living. Did what I do with a willing hand. You know, some would run. Hey, but that ain't like me. So I just dream and keep on being the way I am. The way I am. Don't fit my shackle. The way I am. Reality, I can almost see that barber dancing. So I dream, keep on being the way I am. I just dream and keep on being the way I am. The way I am. For Andy's daughters, The Way I Am. By the way, hello. First of all, by the way, hello. And if you happen to see me doing a test, don't go on to it, please. Anything might happen. I'm having a lot of trouble setting this thing up. I'm not that good at it. I wanted to turn it horizontal. It wasn't working. And every time I would do test, there would be not always people, but like a bunch of people would start watching. So anyway. If you need to switch guitars, look, it's the 58 Gretsch Tennessean. I know Tanya's favorite. But you know, I'm fond of this one. This is the 1935, no, just kidding. This is a 1995. As I said last time, the only guitar, when I got this, it was the first guitar I ever bought new. Since then, I've bought 2 others new. So this is the Gibson J200. There was some years before 95 when Gibsons weren't being made high quality. And just to give you an idea of what could make or break a guitar. Not break. If they do something as simple as change the temperature of the glue 5 degrees, there could be 5 years of shitty guitars. So it's It's very delicate. So this is a good one, though. I got a good one. I want to say hello to my friend Melissa Beauvais Weaver. I never see her. I probably haven't seen her in, man, I don't know, 20 years or so. But I know that she's happy with her family. And of course, I said hello to Tanya. And Tanya, you could tell my buddy Jim that I'm going to do some trucking songs later. I'm going to do one trucking song. And I'm having a good time here. So, what was I going to do with the acoustic? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a song by Stonewall Jackson. I think I'm going to, I don't see the lyrics now. So, I love Stonewall. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. He's still alive. He's still alive. I believe he's retired. He's up there. Me and James Info were talking about this the other day. It's one of those songs that, although it has the repeating chorus, it's never the same. The chorus is different every single time. So, in essence, there's like 6 verses. This goes out to anybody who's got a rambling heart. One day the train was passing, caught it coming by. It looked this old world over, under God's blue skies. My darling stood there weeping as I was looking back. I kissed my baby crying in the smoke along the track. Goodbye so long, until I come back home will be my dream. Goodbye so long, lots of places that I've never seen. I'll always be a drifter, but I'll be drifting back to where I left you crying in the smoke along the track. I like to keep on going, it helps me when I'm blue. I get years of travel, that's all I want to do. No, I just can't settle down because I like to roam. And when I hear that whistle blow, I've gotta move along. Goodbye so long, when something down the track keeps calling me. Goodbye so long, guess that's just the way I'll always be. So when I get that feeling, don't try to hold me back. I'll only leave you crying in the smoke along the track. I know my baby loves me, I love my baby too. But she don't understand me when I'm feeling blue. And when I hear the whistle blow, I'll hurry home and back and leave my baby crying in the smoke along the track. Goodbye so long, I hate to leave you, but I gotta go. Goodbye so long, it's coming, I just heard a whistle blow. It'll be here in a minute, you'll wave and I'll look back. I'm gonna leave you crying in the smoke along the track. Gonna leave you crying in the smoke along the track. Don't mind me, I crack myself up. Smoke along the track, Stonewall Jackson. Look, it's Bashful Brother Oswald. Is that beautiful? And Charlie, sorry, I didn't even mention Charlie. And Charlie Collins, one of the great acoustic guitar players, but I didn't even mention him. And guess what label it's on? A lot of people's favorite label, Star Day Records. So wonderful. God, I haven't looked here in a while. I apologize. Summerstein, you bastard, where you been? Just fucking signing on now. 40 minutes into it. Excuse me. There's my brother. There's Lara Hope. Lara, write it up on the screen what day you play. I said Monday. I think that's right. And again, if you want to make any donations, please make it to all of my really good friends. Lara and Mark and Mitch and James Infeld and Dale and Chuck Mead and Johnny Geffner. I don't know Johnny's info. Okay. Jeremy, hello. Izzy, Summerstein. Roy, you need a secretary. I need a lot more than that. Tommy Davis, we were in band for years, the Honky Tonk Boys. Me, Tommy, Johnny Geffner, Summerstein, and Terry Day. I know Terry's a female, but we were the Honky Tonk Boys. And someone once wrote a review of us, and I don't know if this is a compliment or not, but it's not a compliment. But I remember one of the things they said is, there's not enough O's if you have to put them up on a marquee, because it was Roy Wilson's Honky Tonk Boys. Every word had an O in it. Look at Axel. Let's do Pinnacle Peak. Let's send a song out to the blondie from the Jersey girl, Axel's girl Stacy there in Riverside, California. You know that I go out to Riverside every January for the Rhythm Collision. Me, Mitch Polzak, and Big Sandy, and just everyone. And it's still the best game in town. It's very cheap. It's the first weekend of the year after New Year's. And it's just it's the greatest time with the greatest people. And Axel puts it all on. Once it starts, Axel doesn't smile until Sunday night in his hotel room when we have a big jam. And Mitch pulls out the banjo, and some people pull out other things, legal and illegal, and no, I guess legal in California. And we just have a good old time. So the Rhythm Collision, Axel and Stacy. So what song can I dedicate to the Jersey girl? Whoa, maybe this one. You got to bear with me. I don't know how this one's going to be. There's a lot of lyrics. 2 sheets worth of lyrics. Hey, you guys having a good time so far? I'm going to go longer than an hour. Watching all my friends, and they're putting me to shame by playing so long. So I feel like I have to go a little bit longer because they're all amazing and they're playing longer. So this goes out to Stacy, Morris, Axel, definitely goes out to Jen, and to all of us, because this is called Let's Talk About the Good Times, right? Let's remember the good times. Hi everyone who's just tuning in. Carlo, a rockabilly friend, knows everything about records. This stuff is all going to fall, and it's going to be pretty sad. I never did the song solo, but I do love it. Well, I remember when I was just children, people used to treat their neighbor like a fellow man, all day singing big prayer meetings, when a man was proud to walk up and shake his neighbor's hand. Let's talk about the good times, talk about the good times. If you ever needed help, a friend was there. Some good neighbor helped lift your burden, and the simple joys of life a friend would share. Now the times are harder, and the people are changing. Most folks couldn't tell you who the neighbors are. All their guns are loaded, front doors are bolted. Ain't this old world taking hate and fear just a little too far? Let's talk about the good times, come on, talk about the good times. Wish I could go back to the days I'm speaking of, when a friend would meet you and a smile would greet you. What this old world needs now is a little old-fashioned love. God rest his soul now. We had a big long talk together on the day he died. Said, son, this world is full of hate and venom. I can't wait to leave this old place and get to the other side. Talk about the good times. Let's talk about the good times. I'm gonna see all my friends anew in them good old days. We'll have a big handshake and sit and talk together down by the river Jordan and sing our blues away. Talk about the good times. Talk about the good times. I'm gonna see all my friends I knew in them good old days. Have a big handshake and sit and talk together down by the river Jordan and sing our blues away. Let's talk about the good times. They're coming again. They're coming again. We know that. We already know that. Even if this was the new normal and we could never go out again, we would figure out a way. We'd come to my window. You guys could come to my little cat thing that I built out here, enclosure, and you could stay in there, and maybe we'll like touch pinkies and then quickly disinfect them, and we'll do something. But anyway, that was talk about the good times. So beautiful. Such a positive message. And man, can Elvis cram some words in together. I cut a few out, and still. All right, let me say hello. There's Axel, Carlo. Say hello to everybody. Miss Mimi down there in Delaware. Let's do Pinnacle Steakhouse again. I got to scroll ahead. I'm really sorry. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle and Michelle. Michelle from around the corner and Michelle from Nassau County. And Leanne, Billy. Hey, Billy. Good to see you, man. We'll be out in Pennsylvania again before too long. Tanya, I did two songs for you already. Can't do any more. I think I might switch it up. I don't know. No, I'm going to send this song out to Jen and Robert Rosini. I know that he's not watching, but he used to play this, and I used to sing it. Probably Carlo and some other, maybe if Little Pete's watching, they're going to know who did it originally. I couldn't tell you, but it's a song that I've always loved. You asked me to give up the hand of the girl I love. You tell me she's not the man worthy of. Well, who are you to tell her who to love? That's up to her. Yes, and the Lord above. Better move on. Well, I know you can buy her fancy clothes, diamond rings, but I believe she's happy with me without those things. Still, you beg me to set her free. My friend, that could never be. You better move on. Well, I don't blame you for loving her, but can't you understand, man, she's my girl, and I'm never gonna let her go, 'cause I love her so. Well, I think you better go now. I'm getting mighty mad. You asked me to give up the only love I've ever had. Maybe I would, but I love her so. Never gonna let her go. You better move on. I can tell you where I heard that song. Look at Mark Paul. I knew you guys would know it. Arthur Alexander. Well, Mark, you know where I learned it, right? On December's Children by the Rolling Stones. I love that song. It really needs the alternating guitar part. Maybe if Mitch Polzak played it, because he can probably play at least 2 guitar parts at once. And then I could play a half, so we'd have 2 1/2 going. Someone wanted to hear Red Hot. Jeff Summerstein just said he hasn't worn underwear in 6 weeks. That's unrelated to coronavirus. He couldn't get his shopper to pick any out for him. Someone wanted to hear some John Prine. I'm going to leave that up to people who would do a better job with it. Probably Johnny Geffner. I wouldn't be the right person. I love him. I never got to see him. He will be missed. Along with Leonard Cohen, 2 of the great songwriters that we were blessed to have around for a while, and we lived in the same times as them. So, John Prine. What do we got here? Look at this. It's the Philip Morris Country Music Show starring Carl Smith. What about if you went to this gig? Carl Smith, Little Jimmy Dickens, Goldie Hill, Carl Smith's wife, Red Sovine, George Morgan, not a fan, Mimi Roman, Mimi, that's not you, is it? Ronnie Self, whoa, that cool guy in that rockabilly picture. Bun Wilson, that was my nickname in high school. And then some people I never heard of. Shirley Cadell, Dale Potter, the Toonsmiths, Carl Smith's band, the Country Boys, and Master of all right, I just have a new nickname for myself now. Master of Ceremonies, Biff Collie. So this is cool. Biff Collie. I'm cracking myself up. Country music time with Kitty Wells. On Decca Records. Here's one. I hope Mitch is watching. Look at this. Jim and Jesse, Diesel on My Tail, autographed by both of them. And we used to see them a lot. I've seen with Jen and probably Summerstein and Lamar. Probably saw Jim and Jesse, man, maybe 10 times or so. It was always a treat, I'll tell you that. Okay, Biff, thank you, Liz. What was my last name though? Biff what? Norton? I don't know. I can't remember. It's too funny. So, let's see. We're going to do a song from our first CD by one of the great country singers of all time. Sadly, he had some sort of problems. I mean, definitely alcohol, but I think he had more problems than that, and the alcohol may have actually helped him. He became very paranoid, and he wouldn't leave his house, and he died in his basement at age 56. You can look that up, I think I'm right. But I'm talking about Lefty Frizzell. Merle did his best to try to save him, but you can't save people from themselves. So. All right, stop that off. After that beautiful speech, I can't screw it up that bad. Who's drinking out there? You drinking? Let us know. Alright? It's alright to have a few drinks during the... Oh shit, my thing just went off. Did I lose it? I don't know if I lost it. My iPad went off. Just give me 1 second, I apologize. I think it's still going, but possibly not. Wow. It's still going, but you know what it says? This could create a problem. It says charging not available during live broadcast. Shit. If that happens and I lose it, I'm going to switch to the iPad. So if we lose it, just bear with me. You know, probably will take a few minutes to get back up again, okay? Isn't that ridiculous? Why can't you charge it? So, hey, I just see Mark has a watch party going on. Julie's on. Brian Setzer's beautiful wife. Roy Wilson is live now. Okay. So go pour yourselves a glass of wine. And I should tune this hunk of crap up after I just talked about how amazing it is. There it is. Hey, who watched James Infeld's show the other day? Was that? He waited an extra 2 months, but it was worth it. I'm only kidding. The guitars sounded great. It was good to see you. I know you said it was cold in your garage, but it was good to see you and hear you. And obviously, oh shit, here we go again. Sorry, everyone. Remember what happened last time it fell? Nothing good. I think it's gonna keep falling. Sorry. I'm praying for rain in California, so the grapes can grow, they can make more wine. Well, I'm sitting in a honky in Chicago. I got a broken heart, got a woman on my mind. I'll match the man behind a bar for the jukebox. The music takes me back to Tennessee. When they ask, man, who's that fool in a coma crying, I'll say, little old wine drinker me. Yeah, I came here last week from down to Nashville. Then my baby left for Florida on a train. You know, I thought I'd get a job and I'd forget her. But in Chicago, a broken heart is still the same. It hurts, I'll match the man behind a bar for the jukebox. The music takes me back to Tennessee. When they ask, man, who that fool in a coat riding, I'll say, little old wine drinker me. Yeah, I'll say, little old wine drinker me. I don't know. Thank you. That was Wine Drinker. So, I don't know what's going on. Bear with me, okay? Please. Let me switch this, the auto lock, and try to get back, because I can't see anything anymore. So if that goes dead, I won't know. Unless, because if I can't see it on here, yeah, I won't know. I'm having some problems. Sorry about this. I was saying, who watched James Infield the other night? Was that great? Of course, my highlight of the whole show was in the very beginning. I'm just kidding. But in the very beginning, he called me up. It was pretty goddamn funny. Oh, live. I can't see anything here. So I know that it's working there. I wish that I could see it so I could see the comments to learn when it dies. I'm going to switch guitars. You guys having fun? I hope so. I'm going to do this every Wednesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I'll show you a couple more albums. Look, it's Johnny and Jack. Jack Anglin, Johnny Wright, married to Kitty Wells. Jack died in the, no, they were having a funeral for Patsy Cline, and on the way to the funeral, Jack and a few other people got in an accident and they died too. Imagine that. Roy Acuff. It's not really like a super valuable album, except for one thing. Pete Kirby, Bashful Brother Oswald. How about this? I don't know, Brandon, Barron, Infeld. Look, let's take a lesson. That's how you do your hair. Conway. Ha! I am going to play this guitar now. And you know which one this is. This is the 175. Bought sight unseen, but not sight unheard, at Guitar Center in Hollywood. Mr. Giffen picked it out for me. All right, where are we? I'm gonna assume it's working. I can't see anything that's going on. I apologize for that. So I'm sorry I can't see the comments anymore. I wish I could. It's so fun checking in with you guys and just laughing with you, but it's just simply not working. I can't explain it, and I'm sure if it was working, one of you guys would be able to tell me. So this is the very start of it. I know it's the start of it because I see, hey, okay. Oh my God, I just figured it out. Hey, next week, it's going to be solved. Every time I think it's the start of it, all I have to do is hit it and it jumps ahead. I knew it was the start because my pick was on the chair. So anyway, I'm going to do a bunch of requests that I had. And I appreciate every single one of them. There's a couple that I don't do. Dublin Blues, I love it, but I just don't do it. I plan to learn it. There was some other songs that people requested that I like that I just don't play. Hot Rod Lincoln, I mean, I could play it and I could sing it, but I can't do them both at the same time. But as you know, I can do a lot of songs like that, so you can't hold it against me if I can't do one. So this goes out to Andy and any of the crew. I'm so dehydrated, I'm sorry. I feel like every second I'm going like. Someone wanted to hear the story about George Jones. I'm just going to keep playing. If you guys are still here, I'm going to keep playing. I see Tanya just did the Family Guy, and now Mr. Conway Twitty. So, hey Frank, playing bass along with me? Look at Susan, gorgeous guitar. Susan made this guitar even more gorgeous one night. I think the last gig that we played before everything hit. Great picture of her with us, and she has this guitar. People were asking me about George Jones when I just kind of as a tease threw out and said that I saw him naked, and I mean, obviously that's not a tease. Is that a tease? I don't think so. Did that turn you on? I saw George Jones naked. I want to tell you how that happened. That is true. It's a true story. And George was playing at Westbury with Conway. They did a whole tour where every night they alternated who would open. And Conway said, this has nothing to do with George Jones being nude. He said, I may be the only person who can do this. Every song, I know you musicians out there are going to say, wow, when I say this. Every song that I played tonight was a #1 hit. So that's pretty amazing. But anyway, I left a little bit early because I wanted I wanted to go out back and see George Jones maybe getting onto the bus and just see him. This before I was a member of the fan club and got to meet him a few times. So the show ended, and it had to be less than 5 minutes after the show ended. Repeat that. Less than 5 minutes after the show ended. And I peeked in the window of his bus, and George Jones from Beaumont, Texas, was stark naked, sitting at a table, eating a bowl of cereal. It's just amazing. So there were 3 points of really bright white. You had the white, then you had the milk, and then figure out where the next white was. But so I did see George Jones naked. True. They're all true. They're all true. I wouldn't make that up. I'm going to try to do this one for all the car guys out there. Hey, wait, before I start, would you guys like it? By the way, like my books? Would you think you would enjoy it if I did a show in front of my old car, in front of the 59? You maybe went down to the garage or pulled it into the driveway, probably turn on some lights. Would that be cool? Okay. For everyone who has a car that was built in Detroit, Michigan. Well, I left Kentucky back in '49. I went to Detroit working on assembly line. First year they had me putting wheels on Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch some beauties roll by. Sometimes I'd hang my head and cry. I always wanted me one that was long and black. Well, one day I devised a plan that would be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there in a lunchbox in my hand. You know, getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. Having a car worth at least $100 grand. Everyone sing it. Get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You don't know it's me when I come through your town. I want to ride around in style. I want to drive everybody wild. It'll be the only one that is around. So the very next day, when I punched in with my big lunchbox and help from my friends, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. You know, I never considered myself a thief, but GM wouldn't miss it, just one little piece, especially if I strung it out over several years. So on the first day I got me a fuel pump, and the second day I got me an engine in the trunk. Then I got a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I put in my big lunchbox, like the nuts, bolts, and all 4 shocks, but the big things I snuck out in my buddy's mobile home. Now up to then my plan went all right until I tried to put it all together one night. That's when I realized something was definitely definitely wrong. Cause the transmission was a 53, but the motor turned out to be a 73. When I tried to put it in the bolts, well, the hose was gone. But we drilled it out so it would fit, and with a little bit of help from an 8-amp kid, we had that engine running just like a song. The headlights were another side. There were 2 on the left and 1 on the right. When I pulled the switch, goddamn, all 3 of them come on. And the back end looked kind of funny too. We put it all together. When we got through, that's when I realized that I only had 1 tail fin. You know, about that time, my baby walked out. I could see in her eyes. She had some doubt. She said, honey, take me for a little spin. So I drove her all now along the main drag and right up to the courthouse to get the checks. I could hear everybody laughing for miles around. Down at the courthouse, you know, they didn't laugh because the type it up took the whole damn staff. When they got through, the title weighed 50 pounds. Everybody, I got it 1 piece at a time. It didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come to your town. I want to ride around in style. I want to drive on the lady's wife. It'll be the only one that is around. Red Rider, Red Rider. Red Rider, Red Rider. I'm a searching for that. I'm a searching for that. For that cottonmouth. I'm a searching for that. In the psychopatic Cadillac. You got that cotton mouth in the psychopatic Cadillac. What's that good, buddy? Oh, negatory. Good, buddy. Remember for like 2 weeks in the 70s when everyone on Earth had a CB radio? Everyone, if you had a CB radio, don't write my name on there. Don't write it up there. If you had a CB radio, write down your handle, and I'll tell you mine. Come on. You're my age, you had a CB radio. Joe Clemens was Jackhammer Joe. Come on, Phil, what was your CB handle? I'll tell you mine. Don't laugh. Keep in mind it was the 70s. Mine was Starship Trooper. I have to admit it. You got that cotton mouth in the psychopatic Cadillac. Negatory on the cost of this here. Okay. You might say. You might say. Say then I drove right up to the factory and picked it up myself. What's that? It's a lot cheaper that way. What's that, baby? What model is this? Hey, it's a 49. For all the car guys, for the Tiki Kings, the Boulevard Bombers, the Road Dogs, the Lone Wolves, the Rumblers, all of them, the Shifters, for the car clubs out there, everybody. I'm not a member of any because they wake up too early in the morning, so I can't do that. I can't go to these events at 10 o'clock in the morning. I like, my California friends know, I like going to bed at that time. I think that it's going to die soon, so I don't want that to happen. If it does, thank you, Jen. She said that was awesome. Hey, Andy, you're still on, man? Nice. Andy said, my 56 has an adapter kit. There's an adapter kit for a transmission. Hey, next time, I was going through my tools and I found something. I'm going to bring it next time and show it. I don't know what it is, but I know you car guys know what it is. Jim still uses a CD. Oh yeah, I want to do a song for Jim. Is Jim driving tonight? I mean, why wouldn't he be? So I'm going to do a song for him and for all the truckers. Hey, who tuned in to Mitch Polzak and saw him do three hours of trucking songs last week? It was absolutely amazing. But I don't think he did this one. There's one I want to do that says, this, I don't know it all yet, but it says, here's a story about a truckin' so-and-so who went by the handle of Big Joe. If you could have seen him, he was quite a sight, because Big Joe the trucker was a transvestite. I can't wait to do that one. This mountain of a man wore women's clothes, high-heeled shoes, and nylon hose. But apart from the lipstick, powder, and paint, he had the heart of a hero and the soul of a saint, Big Joe. But I'm going to do another one that Mitch didn't do. He did Tombstone Every Mile, and he did Phantom 109, and man, he just kept going, and it was so beautiful. Hey, Mitch, do you do that one, I'm going down to Feather River Canyon, roll truck, roll me on home. So I'm going to do this for Jim and for Steve and for everybody out there, all the sailors on the concrete sea. You know, I know that people like me and a lot of musicians, we drive late at night and we have a great respect for the truckers. First of all, because I take my lead from them on the road. What they're doing, I do. We're the ones that are in their way. I've very rarely seen any of them doing anything dangerous. It's us that get in their way. And now, in the middle of this, we all realize, just look in your house. Just look around right now. What do I see? I see a window, I see curtains, I see my Hank Williams corner, guitars, couch, TV, books, lamp, guitar. Every fucking thing was brought by a trucker. It was brought here by a trucker. So we owe a lot to them. And this one, open that up a little more. Sorry for cursing. Hey, look, it's this thing. Here's an album. I have no explanation about it. I think maybe Deke would like this. It's not quite one of the classics of all time, but it's gold. It's golden Ukrainian memories. And that's good, but look how beautiful the back is. I don't know where I got it. I don't know why I have it, but I'm glad that I have it. Hey, is it still going? Yes. Kathy Mihawk, my friend from high school. Last time I saw you was in Home Depot. I went there every day for a year hoping to see you again there, but I didn't. Look, the most handsome man in country music. Look at that. Waylon Jennings. Women want him and men want to be him. Look, got you on my mind. Gene Shepard. signed, we met her and got pictures taken with her. And she said, thanks. May 2nd, 1997. We dated briefly right after this. No, I like saying that. So, where are we? Oh yeah, the trucking song. Up and down the highway, I've been everywhere. Nationwide, from coast to coast, you name it, I was there. I don't brag about it, I'm the best, second place to none. I'm a truck driver man number one. Truck driver man number one. Truck driver man number one. Hey, move her over, boys, Big Daddy's on the run. Truck driver man number one. Well, there's a waitress who's a-waiting in Memphis, Tennessee, an Atlanta girl in Georgia, Dallas, Texas, 2 or 3. I got a whole truckload of women, I get loving by the ton. I'm a truck driver man number one. Truck driver man number one. Truck driver man number one. Move her over, boys, Big Daddy's on the run. I'm a truck driver man number one. That's where I wanna be. I'm singing songs about a trucking man like me. I don't brag about it, but I'm the best, second place to none. I'm a truck driver man number one. Truck driver man number one. Truck driver man number one. Just move her over, boys, Big Daddy's on the run. Truck driver man number one. Truck driver man number one. Truck driver man number one. I don't know how I'm doing. That battery said 20%. I'm going to go look again. Maybe it's holding up. I'm always uncomfortable when I have to pass so close. Whoa, look at those wires. Shit, down to 10%. Man, I'm gonna lose it.